Hey, what's going on, obscure mic people? Bart coming back at you with another microphone review, and it's the Fifine. I refuse to say it like they told Bronson over at Audio Hotline how to say it. I'm going to keep saying Fifine. K658 USB-C dynamic end address broadcast microphone. $99 if you use a coupon, $120 if you can't get a hold of the coupon. I'll try to put a link with the coupon in the description down below so you can grab this. And yeah, this is the box. I'll show you everything that comes in the box. You get, of course, the microphone. You're going to get this weird shock mount that goes on to the back of the microphone. I just threw the box. And it's kind of a strange one, but I did a little YouTube short of a fix with the Rode ring mount. But you also get a USB-C cord, a tripod stand, a really long USB-C cord. And there you go. Yeah, it's a nice little package, $120, $99 with a coupon, end address dynamic USB microphone. Now, you all know that I don't care for USB microphones that much. One, because most of them do not have controls on them or latency-free monitoring, or sometimes they're just a headache to mess with or set up. I'm going to say right out of the box, I actually really like the Fifine plugged in USB mode. It's the only mode it's got, but there's a big, can't miss it, gain control knob right up here. I'll see if I can turn that towards you. Big gain control knob here with a mute button. And it is a touch mute button, so it's very, very easy to enable. And it's a little gaudy looking, but I don't mind that. I really don't mind it. But you've got gain control right up here. Unfortunately, you don't have headphone control, but you kind of do, because if you go into your settings on your computer and take the microphone level to about 65%, and then adjust the gain accordingly, you can get perfect levels with perfect monitoring levels as well. So it just takes a little bit of tweaking. That's also part of why I normally hate USB mics. But this one I didn't mind. I really like the big, I mean, it's ugly, the volume and gain control or whatever it is, but it's, it's right there. It's super easy to grab and adjust. Then you got these cool LED lights you're seeing. I'll go ahead and turn this too. You've got a touch button down here that you can turn those off. So if you don't like goofy LEDs, I usually don't, you can turn those off. I'm going to leave them on for the, I accidentally muted it, see? But you're not going to touch the mic while you're doing this, but I did, very easy to mute. Just don't touch your mic. Nobody touches, I'm touching it to show you, but don't touch yours while it's on the boom, while it's recording. As you can hear, plosives are an issue a little bit. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickle pineapple pizza. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickle pineapple pizza. Let's take the windscreen off because I like what they did here too. You've got sorry about the sound. You've got a screwing. That's what she said. Ha, yes. Yeah, there we go. So your pop filter unscrews, completely unscrews. And I've got a video coming up that I'm going to use. I'm going to do some experimentation with pop filters. SM7B pop filter actually fits on there pretty good. Actually fits on there perfectly. Let's see if the SM7B, I need to clean this one. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickle pineapple pizza. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickle pineapple pizza. So, you know now if your pop filter gets a little worn out or whatnot, SM7B pop filter goes on there perfectly. I should have done a short about that. It blends right in. Nice. That's I didn't even know that until this video. So that's cool. SM7B pop filter slides right over. It actually gives you about a ½ inch off of the end of the microphone. I think that's why the Peter Piper sounds a little better. The Peter Piper picked a peck. Let's go ahead and take it off. So that's a cool thing. So that means essentially, give me one moment. I'll grab the bigger SM7B pop filter real quick. Okay, now we've got the bigger SM7B pop filter on. So now we can do Peter Piper picked a peck of pickle pineapple pizza. And it's just fine. So if you want to get rid of those plosives for sure, both SM7B pop filters fit on this thing fairly well and work fairly well. Granted, the bigger one doesn't sit on it. Like if you go down, it's going to fall off the mic. Yeah, so you got to be wary of that, but is what it is. Let's go ahead and screw this back on. And it's maybe a little unnecessary that it needs to be screwed on and off. Sliding it over like the SM7B pop filter worked just fine. But again, if you use this off axis of your mouth, Peter Piper, Pick to Peck, Pickle, Pineapple Pizza, you're not going to get plosives into it. At the corner of my mouth, not a big deal. Let's go ahead and get on top of the mic. When you're right on top of the mic, the proximity effect sounds like this when you are right on top of the Fifine K657, K658. And let's do some off-axis rejection. I'm going to turn the microphone 90 degrees. Off-axis rejection there. Now we'll do 180 degrees. The other 90-degree angle, and then back around slowly to the front of the microphone. I got to say, I am actually quite impressed with this microphone for $100 for many reasons. One, I like end-address dynamic microphones for podcasting, and I think this one sounds pretty damn good right out of the box. So there's that. Also, I like the gain knob. I actually kind of like the LED lights just because every once in a while I need something a little bit bright and shiny, and after you've used microphones that are just black or silver, this or that, this is kind of welcome. This is kind of fun. Would I have the lights on while I was streaming and stuff? Probably not. But for now, today, it's kind of fun. Kind of fun for real. It's got an all-metal body. It feels like kind of cheap metal, but again, I really don't think it matters. This is not going to be something that I would carry around a whole lot, and if I did, I'd just put it back in the box. So I don't really have any qualms with the build quality. The gain knob is plastic. That's a little bit worrisome, but again, just take care of your stuff. Otherwise, it's not cheap plastic. It feels like decent plastic with a decent thickness to it. The shock mount, I don't love. I think it's goofy looking. But like I said, you can use the Rode ring mount, and it works really good. You're not going to get a whole lot of shock absorption, but let's see how good the shock mount works. I'm going to pound on the table, which I've got a boom arm across from me attached to the table. This is what it sounds like when I hit the table. Not really coming through. It might be coming through sound-wise from there to here, but it's not coming through on Audacity, which is what I'm using to record this into. Let's go ahead and tap on the boom arm and see if that... I mean, this is a hollow boom arm, so you're going to get something. Shock mount. Microphone. There you go. Man, I got to say, for a USB microphone, this one's won me over. If there was a USB microphone that I was going to keep, I think it'd be this one. And again, you got latency-free monitoring plugged in back here. My headphones sound superb plugged into the monitor out on this microphone. Sounds absolutely great. This is probably, I mean, I'm biased. Every time I plug a USB mic in, the latency-free monitoring is either weak or just doesn't sound right. The gain control is just kind of wishy-washy. I hate messing with all of it. It's really a headache. But I will say this is not a headache at all. And the sound is good. It's just good. Not wonderful, not great. It's just really solid. It's really good. It's not too crispy up top. It is lacking a little bit of oomph in the bottom, but it does have some there. I really think this is a solid option. And if I was on a budget, grab a boom arm for $10 or $15 and this for $99 with the coupon, I have no qualms about recording a podcast or doing any streaming or anything like that with this microphone. I think it sounds really good. Let's go ahead and also bang on the keyboard here, so you can hear what it sounds like in the background if you are streaming, bro. Streaming, playing that Roblox. That's right. This thing gets a green light from me. I don't normally love USB microphones, but this is a keeper for me, an absolute keeper. I do not think I'll get rid of this. I think in those instances where I don't want to use my Tascam plug-on recorder or don't want to do a lot of setup or hookup, like I'm just going to grab my tripod with the ring mount and grab this on the go. I really do think it sounds really solid. So Fifine, I think you did a great job on this one. I really like it. Granted, I don't have a lot to compare it to, but in my headset, it sounds clear. It sounds quality. It's not too crispy. It doesn't sound too digitally or artificial. I think this is a really solid effort from Fifine, who have done this before. They've got some pretty solid small condenser microphones. So if you want a dynamic USB-C, headphone out, latency-free monitoring, gain control on it, volume control, again, not a big deal. You can adjust in the settings on your computer and then the gain knob and get a perfect level with a perfect monitoring level back. It's not that hard. So I like it. I like it a lot. Fifine K658. Be cool if I had just a cool name. That's okay, though. Anyways, this microphone's out. Bark is out. I like it a lot. I highly recommend it for people that just want to grab a USB microphone and be done. This would be the one I would grab, to be honest. I just like it. It's fun. Bark is out. This is out. Obscure Mics. Peace out.